Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ray, that's Koji, and today, well, let's get ready for OP-07 with another market watch. But before we actually look at the secondary market, I just want to quickly let you guys know about this video's giveaway. So for today, I will be giving away another dash pack for OP-04. Yeah, I still have a few of these to give away. And if you want to be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Before we check out the market watch, I just want to quickly shout out the members, my Wolfpack. And as a reminder, my members only giveaway for the month of June is going to be this Kiros alt art from EB-01. All right, now without further ado, let's go check out the prices. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Market Watch, and for this month, let's go focus on the upcoming OP-07 that's releasing at the end of the month. Particularly, we're going to be focusing on 2 leaders, the green Bonnie as well as the Black Rob Luchi. Originally, I thought about doing the video and focusing on the different leaders in OP-07. If you do not know, it's basically going to be Vegapunk, Rob Luchi, Foxy, Dragon, Boa, as well as Bonnie. But once I did more research, basically most of the wins belong to Rob Luchi as well as Bonnie, so they're probably going to be the most meta relevant, so I wanted to focus on that. If you actually want me to focus on the other leaders and see how much it actually costs to build them, let me know, and then maybe I can do it for my next video. Just to illustrate this, I actually went to OnePieceTopDecks.com. It's a great way to research what kind of leaders and what kind of decks people are using. Obviously, depending on what your view on that decking is, at the very least, it gives you a good basis to actually create your deck and then make changes depending on your local meta or what your playstyle is. But it's a good basis, right, to actually learn on what the Eastern One Piece card game community has created for the upcoming set. So just looking at the rest of the leaders, not accounting for Bonnie as well as Rob Luchi, they only have 13 wins amongst the 4 leaders. I mean, Vegapunk doesn't even appear as an option here, so I guess Vegapunk hasn't even won any tournaments, according to One Piece Topdecks.com. In contrast, you can see Rob Luchi and Bonnie has a lot of wins, actually have 72 wins in total. So yeah, I want to focus on these 2 leaders and then maybe have another episode where I talk about the others. So yeah, before we actually look at the decks and see how much some of the cards that might cost you if you're interested in building this Bonnie or Rob Luchi leaders, I want to quickly just look at the sealed products and see if it's actually affordable to buy any of them. All right, as always, let's go start out the sealed products portion of the video by looking at OP-01. As you can see, good news, the price is going down a little bit. It went from $492 all the way to $477, so about close to $20 of decrease in 1 month. Hopefully it keeps going and makes it a little bit more I guess affordable for people that want to buy them. Next, let's go look at OP-02. Same thing, it looks like there's a trend of prices going down. It actually had a high of nearly $400 and now it's just under or over $380, so it's about $20 dip. Not great, but it's still something. Next, let's go to OP-03. It looks like it kind of went up and down, and it's kind of in the downward phase right now. It had a high of nearly $250 US, and then it looks like it went down about $5, and it's holding steady at $246 US. Next, let's go look at OP-04. Same thing, it increased with a height of just under $200 US, and then it looks like it went down again towards the end of the month or early this month, and it's just right now it's just under $190 US. So it's about around $9 decrease, which is not bad. Next, let's go look at OP-05. OP-05 actually had a height of just under 260 US dollars, and right now it is just under 240, which is about $20 difference from the height. But it's about a little bit lower of how where it started earlier this month, so maybe the bump is an normal anomaly here. Still quite high, but not surprised just because I love this set, and yeah, I honestly think it's one of the goated sets in all One Piece, or I guess TCG history. Next, let's go look at our more recent main set. We have OP-06. It looks like same thing. There's a little bit of a downward trend as well. There's a height of just over 176 USD, and right now it is just over 151 US dollars, so about nearly close to 20 USD decrease in 1 month, which is good. And then let's go look at our current half set. We have EB-01. The price is kind of all over the place. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Went down, then up, then down. The highest it went was $138.52, and right now it's just under, I guess just over 130 US dollars. So it looks like it's about there. Recently sold is about 130 US dollars. So definitely not that bad compared to the other CL prices. And then the last two, let's go look at the future pre-sale value of some of the boxes. So we have OP-07. Wow. Pre-sale, this one is just over 222 US dollars. Very high. Hopefully it goes down closer to release. And then, oh, I guess I had that wrong. That was OP-08. This one's OP-07. And that one, the pre-sale price is a little bit lower at, it's currently $182.83. As I said before, hopefully it keeps getting lower closer to the release, and there's going to be a lot of products available for everyone. But yeah, it's right now, it's still quite high. We'll see if it normalizes. And then OP-08, even higher. It's just over 220 US dollars, which is insane. All right, so let's get this party started in getting ready for OP-07 by looking at the Black Rob Luchi leader, the new one. So that one, if you do not know, it's basically the new Rob Luchi leader in OP-07. When attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck, give up to one of your opponent's characters -1 cost for this turn. So this is going to be one of the new leaders that is meta relevant in OP-07. So we're going to start off with that one. So in order for me to actually figure out which cards to use in this video, I went to OnePieceTopDecks.com again. I said before, it's a great resource if you just want to figure out, okay, where do I need to start in building a particular deck. So we'll use this first place flagship deck, a Rob Luchi deck by David So. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at each card that has value over $1 US. Basically the value that's more than bulk, obviously not accounting for OP-07 that hasn't released yet, just because we don't know the price for that one. But if you are looking to get products and get cards that in order to get ready for OP-07, well, hopefully this will be helpful for you. So in terms of the cards, obviously just looking at this list, obviously the most expensive cards will probably going to be Gecko Moria, this Sabo right here, and then the rest will be hopefully not that bad. I can see maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen at the eShow Kaku prices. I remember those being like $1 way back in the day. Rebecca and Rob Luchi might be pretty high because they're being used for Moria as well as the pre-banning Sakazuki. So maybe those are going to be high as well as Brook. Brook is one that's slowly increasing in price just because it becomes a tech in the new Moria / Sakazuki decks. All right, so let's go look at the prices in some of these cards, starting with Helmeppo. So this is from SC06 starter deck, and as you can see, the market price of this one is, well, last sold is about $2.50, $2.75, and according to the deck, you need about two of these, so it's about $5 to get two of them. Not too bad when you're buying this. If you already played Moria or Sakazuki, there's a good chance you actually have a lot of these cards. Next, we have Tsuru. Tsuru is the backbone in a lot of the black decks out there. As you can see, last sold is about 270, 290 US dollars. Let's say 250 to 290. Let's say about 250 in terms of price. You need three of them. So in order, if you want to make Rob Luchi, you need about 3 to 4 of these, depending on the ratios. Let's say 3 based on our example. So that's about $7.50 to $8, which is not too bad considering, it is from OP-02. Next, let's go look at Isho. So Isho, based on the example, you need about 2 of them. And the price is actually not that bad. Last sold, we had $3.75. We have a couple closer to $5. So let's say $5. So you need about $10 to get two of them. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I know that some Perona decks that I actually played one of them in my locals last week that uses Isho as a tech card. So maybe the prices will go up later on, but right now it's about $5 each, so $10 there. Next, let's go look at Kaku. So Kaku, you need about three of him. The price is about $5, 4 to 5.50. So let's say $5. So you need 3 of him. So it looks like that will set you back about $15 to get 3 copies of them. Hopefully you guys were able to snag a lot of these SRs when they were cheap. I remember when I was selling the Isho, the Kakus, and all of that at about $1 Canadian each, and no one was even buying it just because no deck was using it. It's not meta relevant, and then as you can see, a lot of times in the One Piece card game, they will introduce a new leader or a bunch of new cards that uses a lot of the previous card that was not used before. So honestly, if there's an SR out there that's very cheap, I recommend just getting even a playset already, just in case. Next, another one. Well, this one's just a little bit, just under $1. So you need about 4 Spandam. I included it here just because it belongs to OP-03, and obviously OP-03 is a little bit harder to get into than the newest set, so you need about 4 of these cards. Good news, it's about under $1, so save $3.75 to $4 to get a playset of Spandam. Not too bad. Next, getting higher price for sure, we have Sabo. So it looks like for our example, we need about 3 of him. Not 3 of him. Man, I can't talk today. And the price is about $19 to $19.50. So let's say $19, and you need 3 of him. I really can't talk. So the price is just under $60, about 57 or so US dollars. So we're definitely going to some of the pricier cards in this deck, because the rest hasn't been too bad. But Sabo is definitely, it's one of those investments that you need to have. But if you play any of the black leaders so far, like Sakazuki, like Moria, there's a good chance you probably have at least 2 of him. Next, we have Rebecca SR from OP-05. It looks like you need 4 of her. Her price is actually not that bad. I thought it was a little bit higher. It's around $5. So you need 5 of them. So you need $20. That will set you back. Not too bad. I thought it was closer to Sabo, but I guess not. Next, we have Rob Luchi from OP-05 as well. This one's even cheaper than Rebecca. It's not even $5. It's not even half of Rebecca's cost, which is surprising just because Rob Luchi is pretty good and it's played in a lot of meta decks out there. The price is about $2 to $2.75. Let's say $2.50. It looks like you need 4 of him. So that will set you back about $10. So not too bad. And then next we have probably the most expensive card in this deck, we have Moria. Oh, actually, it's went down. It looks like Sabo is the most expensive card in this deck. Moria is about 16, 15, 15 to 16, let's say $15. So it's about 15 US dollars, and you need 4 of him. So that will set you back about 60 US dollars. So in terms of Sabo, Sabo costs more per card, but in terms of the total value and commitment in building this deck, they're both about even. Sabo, since you only need 3 of him, will cost you about 60, and then Gecko Moria, getting full playset of Gecko Moria will set you back about 60 US dollars as well. And then finally, we have the Broke SR from EB-01. So that one's price is actually pretty good. Surprisingly, I thought that looking back, I thought that a lot of the SRs in EB-01 were disappointing price wise as a secondary seller, just because I opened so many boxes. But $8 is actually not too shabby, and it looks like in order for this deck, it looks like that will set you back about 16 US dollars, and you need 2 of him, just because you need 2 of him. So yeah, all the other cards in the set either has not been released yet because they belong in OP-07, or they are less than $1 in terms of the cost. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you gonna be building Rob Luchi in OP-07? In terms of the cost, I said before, not too bad. The only things you have to focus in is Sabo and Gecko Moria. And if you've already invested in black decks, you can probably build this Rob Luchi leader or Rob Luchi deck very, very easily. So yeah, comment down below. Are you going to be playing Gecko Moria? Oh, not Gecko Moria. Rob Luchi in OP-07. And yeah, next, let's go check out the second part of the meta deck in OP-07. One of the newer ones, we have Green Bonnie. All right, let's go look at the second deck in the format that we are interested in this episode. I'm talking about the Green Bonnie leader. For those who do not know, it's basically this one. When an opponent attacks, you can pay 1 once per turn, rest up to 1 of your opponent's leader or character. Really, really good in shutting down a lot of attacks. Basically, you eat 1 and you cancel the other just by paying 1 Don. Seems really, really strong. And yeah, can't wait to see how this shapes up the meta moving forward. I've heard that Bonnie does really, really well against Moria. That's what I've heard. I haven't tried it yet, but comment down below if you've done some testing, if that is true. And yeah, so this is the list that we're gonna go with. This is from Shion, from Japan Junior Cup. It looks like it's someone pretty young, but this is gonna be the base list that we're gonna be using. Just looking at this list, I can already see some very expensive cards, namely this Kid SR from OP-01. Honestly, any cards, especially SRs in OP-01, will be pretty pricey. And then we have some secret rare. That's one thing that Rob Luchi did not need to use. Any secret rares, it looks like Kid will use 3 Zoros. That's quite a lot. And then you have Hody Jones as well. All right, so let's go check out how much to make this deck. Starting, as I mentioned before, with the big bugaboo in this deck, we have the Kid SR from OP-01. And whoo boy, talk about expensive. This might be the single most expensive card in this deck. We have, it looks like last sold is 40 US dollars. Let's just put it's from 37 to 42. Let's go average of 40 US dollars, Wow, 40 US dollars, and you need 2 of them. So that's 80 US dollars already. If you guys remember, the Sabos as well as the Moria that you need for Rob Luchi, that only cost what, 60 US dollars combined for a playset of Moria and then 3 Sabos. just getting 2 Captain Kid already costs more than that. That's insane. Maybe, hopefully it doesn't create a little or a lot of barrier for people to try out Bonnie as a leader, but yeah, this might be a major gatekeep for a lot of people, because yeah, spending $80 for 2 cards is insane. It's not even an alt art, right? So next we have Bonnie. So Bonnie is common in OP or from the starter deck 2. Oh, this is gonna be the wrong one. Let's go look at the proper ST Bonnie price. There you go. Much better. So that was a pre-release. This is actually the regular Bonnie from the starter deck 2. So this one is, even though this one's only a common, it's still a little bit expensive to get the first 4 starter decks out there. So you need a playset of this Bonnie, and it looks like each one is selling about $2. So that will set you back about 8 to get a playset of Bonnie. Not too bad, especially if you're interested in playing green, because one thing that's really good about Bonnie is that you are able to get Supernovas in search for them, and yeah, it looks like Supernova will be a very strong archetype moving forward. Next, we have the Don Quixote Doflamingo from OP-04, the SR there. The price is actually a lot lower than I thought. This is, let's just say $4. So it looks like you need 4 Doflamingos, and that's about $16 to get a playset of that one. Not too bad considering it's an SR. So yeah, not too bad there. Next, we got Rocinante. This one is from OP-05. As I mentioned before, I will only focus on cards that is worth more than $1 each. Everything else that you see in the list that is not included or that I didn't highlight, that means they're basically bulk prices. So this Rocinante rare, each one costed about $150 each. So you need a playset, so that's gonna set you back about, what is that, $6 US. Next, this is gonna be one of the more expensive ones to get. Again, we have the Zoro Secret Rare from OP-06. So this one you need 3 of him. It looks like prices are about 21 to 26. Let's just make it easy for math. It costs about $25 US. So you're looking at another $75 US, 70 to $75 US to build this deck. Man, this deck is getting pricey compared to the Rob Luchi one. Just buying the 2 kids as well as the 3 Zoro Secret Rares, that's gonna be like what? Like $150 already. Insane. Next, we have Holy Jones SR from OP-06. So this one looks like you need a playset of him. It looks like the price is about $5 US. Let's just say 5. So that will set you back about $20 US. Way more manageable in terms of price compared to Zoro as well as Kid. So yeah, so that's about 20 there. And then finally, we have the SR from the newest mini set, Cavendish SR from EB-01. So it looks like you need a playset of Cavendish, and it looks like the price is about $7 US. So that will set you back 7 times 4, $28 US. So nearly 30 there. And everything else either has not been released yet, such as these, or cost less than $1 each. So yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think about the price of this Bonnie deck? She definitely looks very, very fun to play. I want to try her as well, but the prices in some of the cards needed in this deck is quite insane. I mean, like, if you want to get a playset of Kid, will set you back, what, $120 US? And then you need to find like 3 to 4 Zoros as well. So yeah, comment down below, are you going to be trying out Bonnie? Do you think Bonnie is too expensive to build? Do you think that they should print out more reprints of Kid? Hopefully they do that in the upcoming starter decks. I think later releasing later on. There's like 4 that's being released at once, as well as like the PR, was it the best release ones as well, because we need to make some of the cards here a lot more affordable so that way more people can actually, you know, experiment, try out different decks, and see if it vibes with them. All right, so that has been the recap or the overview of the Bonnie deck, as well as the Rob Luchi deck as well. I said before, comment down below. Are you gonna be interested in playing any of them, or are you just gonna stay playing Red Purple in OP-07 or Moria, because those are still good, as well as NL. NL's gonna be very good as well. Yeah, as a reminder, if you want to be part of my OP-04 Dash Pack giveaway, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. As always, I hope everyone will have an amazing rest of the week, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.